Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anne, aka Naijafinlandgirl. Please, if you're new here, subscribe. If this is your second time or this is your third time, I beg you to subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. So I'm making this video because I am officially 5 years in Finland, and I thought that it would be a good idea to make a video of my 5 lessons that I've learned, and I'll call it also tips or experiences or advices that I'll give to people that intend to travel to Finland. So if you intend to move to the Nordics, I think it might also apply to you, because I think Finland is kind of similar with other Nordic countries. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Okay, let's jump right into the video. So like I said, today I want to give 5 advices or 5 tips for people that are coming to Finland, or if you're coming into the Nordic country for the first time, if you're coming especially outside of Europe. I feel that this video would be very useful to you. So I'm going to start from the 5th tip that I would give to you as a new immigrant to Finland. Number 5 is, when you are coming to Finland, especially if you are not coming on a work visa, like if you're not coming to Finland to work and you intend to live and settle in Finland, you should be very open-minded. Okay, being open-minded, I mean be open-minded to any kind of job. I can understand that it is possible that you would have had your professions from wherever you're coming from, or wherever country, regardless. But if you would like to live and settle in Finland, be open to any kind of work. And by this kind of work, I mean service jobs, like menial jobs. Be open to doing anything. Be humble enough to be able to accept jobs, to be able to apply in this service sector for jobs. I'm not saying that it is impossible for a new immigrant to get white-collar jobs, but generally, these white-collar jobs are quite difficult to get, especially if you are in a field or in an industry that the profession in Finland is regulated. It might be quite difficult to get a job. So be open to getting, any kind of jobs and accepting any kind of jobs. I've met professors here, or even people that are very professional in their career today, that have done all sorts of jobs. I've met a lot of professors that have done cleaning jobs and, worked in factories or had to wash dishes, and they are probably now engineers or wherever, but it's just like a starting point to be able to integrate better into the society. This is because you would even have access to social benefits. If you have worked or have some sort of work experience, you'll be able to at least get healthcare service. And if anything happens to you or you lose your job, I think you could be compensated by the social security system for that. So I would say just try to, accept anything and make do with anything that you get for the time being, and understand that this is just like a temporal phase. It's not necessarily the phase that you would, want to continue, or the job that you want to be doing for the rest of your life, but just see it as a stepping stone into your career path. And by doing this kind of job, you'll be able to go out, interact with people, get to know people more, talk to people, and it will help you better to actually choose your career field in Finland. So my 4th advice will be being tech savvy. It's very important when you're coming to Finland, and to help you abide by the rules and regulations, because in Finland, everything or almost everything is available online. And if you're not tech savvy, you might be missing out on a lot of all these things. I know that this is 2021 and a lot of people use computers, phones, and digital services, but I know that there are still some people that do not necessarily want to depend on their mobile phones. But when I came to Finland, for example, my phone was my best friend. Like, you use the phone to check the bus schedule. If you are going from point A to point B, there are some bus stops that don't even have that paper sign where you can see the schedule. So you only have to check that online. So you might have to use your phone for that. You might have to use your phone to get taxi. You have to use your phone to get Google Maps or live directions. If you are not familiar with Google Maps, I think that will be a big problem, because where I'm from, you can ask people where certain places are and they begin to direct you manually. But in Finland, if you ask somebody on the road where you're going, they would bring out the map and show you this is where you are and this is where you're going to. So there are so many services that are available online. There are so many apps that are available online, recycling apps. It just helps your life, easier, really, when you're coming to Finland. And also, it helps you to be informed if you want to apply for certain things, if you want to be able to pay your taxes, if you want to get accommodation, if you want to pay certain bills. I think your phone apps are your best friend. And sometimes there are some services that might even offer you discounts for using the phone app. So this is an advice that I'll give to anyone coming to this part of the world, is to be tech savvy. My third advice would be, if you're coming here, I think you should have a career plan, like what you want to do immediately. The reason is because time flies so fast. Like, you should do your research, and decide the career path that you would like to follow. Also, do your research concerning regulated professions in Finland, because it's very important. Like, if you're coming here to practice as a medical doctor or as a lawyer, or even to work in a restaurant as a chef, like, these industries are highly regulated in Finland, and it could make your life miserable. So if you want to come to Finland and settle and to live in Finland, find out the right career path that will suit you. If you also want to live here, it is also good to consider learning the language when you first come to Finland, because there are so many integration programs that would admit you into their programs when you are not older than 3 years. Once you are older than 3 years, it might be difficult for you, and then you might start having regrets. So try to, just do your research and decide what you really want, so that you are not here for 5 years and you start regretting that you don't even know how to speak the language and you actually intend to settle and live in Finland. I know some people that have come here and the first thing they did was to start taking Finnish language classes, and by 2 years or 2.5, 3 years, they've got to a reasonable level in Finnish language. The language is very difficult, and that's something that you also have to bear in mind, and it's something that you have to consider if you want to live in Finland. And it also depends on your career path as well. If you want to practice, your profession in Finland, and your profession is the kind of profession that you have to interact with people, then you might need to be able to speak the language fluently. So I think that is something that you should, have at the back of your mind when you are coming to Finland. My second advice will be networking. I cannot emphasize this enough. Like, you have to grow your network. You have to talk to people. You have to try to attend events. You have to use social media apps. Like, try to communicate, post on social media, meet people on social media, make friends on social media. You have to have a LinkedIn account. You have to have Instagram or Facebook or one. I'm not saying it is compulsory, but it helps, because, for example, in Facebook, there are so many groups for immigrants that you can, ask questions, make new friends, go out, hang out for coffee, engage in your hobbies. And through all these kind of activities, you'll be able to meet friends and people that will give you the right information. Like I said, the official language in Finland is not English. So there's so much information that could just pass you by and you wouldn't even know what is happening. But if you are able to build your network and socialize properly, then you will be able to get the right information that would lead you to the right access to certain, facilities and amenities. I would say that my jobs, all the jobs that I have ever, got in Finland, I never got them through applying directly and getting like an offer. It was always through somebody that I know that knows somebody, you know what I mean? So yeah, just hit the apps or the social media applications, make posts, talk to people about your problem, tell people that you want a job, tell people that, but don't be too direct, and understand that Finns are not the most social human beings on the planet, but they are very helpful people. They are always willing to assist you they are very polite as well, so you can always ask questions in a very polite way. Of course, don't intrude somebody's personal space, but ask questions, share your problems, share your needs, and they would always be willing to give you like help or advice in the necessary, situation. Then the number one advice I would give to anybody coming to Finland is to take care of your mental health. Like, I can't, like, this is something that of course everybody knows, that the winters in Finland are long and dark, and it could be tiring and depressing at times, because in the winter months the sun might not rise until like 8, 9, 10 or even 11 a.m. in the morning, depending on the part of Finland that you are located. And this could make you very tired, weak. I know a lot of people that said that they have never experienced what depression feels like until they came to Finland. So, but I feel that if you are lacking vitamin D, all these things could affect your mental health. If you're lacking certain nutrients, so take care of your mental health. Go to the pharmacy or the drugstore or even the supermarkets and the stores. They sell a lot of vitamins there that you can always take, because even we Black Africans, because of our melanin, we cannot absorb a lot of vitamin D, especially when we come to this part of the world. So try to, get kitted with a lot of vitamins, get your winter kit ready, even if it means getting from the second-hand stores, or, just try to take care of yourself. Eat healthy, eat a lot of vegetables. When you go to any Finnish restaurants, they'll always offer vegetables or salads. Eat what the Finns are eating, because that is how they are able to survive in their own climate. So just try to take care of yourself, because if you are not healthy, I think it will affect all the other aspects and areas of your life. And like the saying goes, a healthy person has thousands of wishes, but a sick person just has one wish. So that will be my final advice for this video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.